John, where do you want to go?
The high-speed sports wire. Let's start with San Diego FC.
How about SDFC? Moving on. They dominated. They really played well. 4-0 win over Portland Timbers on Sunday night, 32,000 at the party at Snapdragon Stadium. Anders Dreyer scores 2 more goals. Pellegrino had 2 more goals. Goalkeeping came up big. Portland had some chances to climb back in the game, and their fullbacks played really well. So did their goalkeeper. Now it's weird. MLS there's an international break on the whole global schedule for 2 weeks. They don't play a playoff game for 2 weeks.
Wow.
And because they got World Cup qualifying, etc. Anyhow, San Diego's got 2 weeks to get everybody healthy. Some other guys will be going abroad to play for their country in qualifying games and come back. Don't get anybody hurt. Then they get Minnesota. Second round, knockout round, baby.
One and done.
One and done is right. So it's been a phenomenal season for SDFC. Second topic on the table, heavy heart around the NBA. Great gentleman. Lenny Wilkins has passed away. Legendary guard, started his career St. Louis Hawks, went to Seattle, played Portland, played Cleveland, became a player coach. Might have been the last player coach in the NBA, I think. Somebody correct me if I'm off on that. I don't know. Was Larry Bird player coach? Magic wasn't a player.
Larry Bird was a player and a coach, but never a player coach.
Yeah. Lenny Wilkins, I think, might have been the last true player. Oh, Dave Cowens.
Okay.
Way back. But anyhow, Lenny Wilkins, what a great gentleman. Passed away at the age of 88. Then he became a great coach. And he won the only championship the Seattle Supersonics won. Coached in Portland, I met him in Cleveland. Just a gentleman. Third winningest record of all coaches in the league. Nobody thinks about that. Yeah, everybody. When I say greatest coach of all time, people think Red Auerbach cigar.
Yeah.
Modern day, say Popovich.
Yeah, or Pat Riley.
But this guy, 1,332 wins. So Lenny Wilkins, great gentleman. He has passed on. A couple of notes off the hockey hotline. Speaking of passing on, Philadelphia Flyers. This guy was a dog. This guy was a dude. Mel Bridgman has passed away. He was a big center iceman in the era just beyond the Broad Street Bullies in Philadelphia. Big and physical. Scored 220-some-odd goals for the Philadelphia Flyers. Big physical kid. Played out of Western Canada. When he was done, played 17 years with the Flyers, Detroit Red Wings, and finished up in Vancouver. He became the general manager of the Ottawa Senators, and he rebuilt that team. And then after he left there, he became a player agent. He just passed away at the age of 70. He was a hell of a competitor. Talking about the opening of the National Hockey League season, and we talked about how hot the Ducks are. Ducks have won 7 in a row right now. All their kids are scoring goals. I mean, it's really been impressive what the Ducks have done. I want to talk about the other end of the spectrum. Can somebody please explain to me how the New York Rangers, with one of the highest payrolls in the modern NHL, how the New York Rangers could be 0-6-1 at home with all these goal scorers, and on the road they're 7-1-1. How can that be?
That's weird.
They've been shut out 5 times at home. I mean, Ranger fan at Madison Square Garden is kind of unruly when things aren't going well. Things are not going well for the New York Rangers. So this is just a really weird story. Next topic, Formula One racing. I'm going to get an F1 fan that's going to join us in Fans Forum if it kills me. That's how you'll get rid of me. Brazilian Grand Prix. It rained like hell. The driving conditions were terrible. They have what's called in South America, I guess they put up these flags that say what the weather danger is, and they have this thing called orange alert, which is violent rain and wind. They raced the Brazilian Grand Prix in Sao Paulo under an orange alert. The race went on. And the big story was Lando Norris won the Saturday sprint in a driving rainstorm, came back, started on the pole, and ran away from the field, won the Sunday race. Max Verstappen blew an engine, had to change engines, got penalized, had to start the race at the back of the grid in the pits. He could not get rolling till every car had gone by pit row. Then he was allowed to get out there.
Wow.
So Verstappen suffered a terrible setback in terms of the point championship. And Oscar Piastri, the great South American who was the points leader through the first half of the season, crashed out again. He has totally disappeared. Lando Norris has blown by him in the points race, and right now Norris kind of has this thing by the throat. So it was just a bizarre weekend. And a late-breaking story today, Team Ferrari with Sir Lewis Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
The ownership of Team Ferrari told Hamilton and his teammate, the Frenchman Charles Leclerc, shut the bleep up. We're tired of hearing you bitch about the bad season, the problems with the pit crews, the engines, the setup.
Good.
Shut the bleep up. They're having a miserable season. Lewis Hamilton is he's a mental mess. His qualifying in the rain was terrible. He wound up qualifying 13th. And he took his helmet off, got out of the car, and said, I shouldn't even race on Sunday. What are you saying that for? You qualified 13th, bad weather, bad setup. So today, Ferrari's leadership ownership just went crazy. Last topic on the table involves LIV Golf and that guy. Can you please tell me who Phil Mickelson really is? Here's a story. Now, we know about Phil. Great success, the fans' man while he was on the PGA Tour. He betrayed everybody, went and took the money in Saudi Arabia, got suspended by the PGA Tour's never been forgiven. His game has eroded away as age has caught up to him. He was involved in a lot of junk off the course with a Las Vegas gambler who went to prison, insider trading over purchase of stock that his name showed up on. He had to sell the stock immediately, never got prosecuted. Had it been any other guy like me or him, probably would have gone to jail. Mickelson's in trouble again off the course. Mickelson has just hired a defamation lawyer. He's going after a business website that has evidently gotten documentation that Mickelson was given access to insider trading information on Exxon oil drills off the coast of Houston, and evidently was caught on, I don't know if it was a wiretap or texts or somehow an interview, talking to other people about making a purchase now, better make it now because some stock's going to be sold, etc. That's what's being portrayed. And Mickelson has just hired a defamation lawyer to go after this website. So please tell me who this guy really is. Fans man, great star, but all this junk off the course with investments and money and big-time gambler, and now a second insider trading accusation after the last one where he got caught with his fingerprints on documents. Jeez. Who is he? Go ahead, Jen, your turn. Respond. I threw a lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, who is he? It is weird. I mean, but if you like the whole idea of wheeling and dealing, in sports betting, well, I mean, if you're wheeling and dealing on stock tips, I mean, that's like sports betting, to a degree. You're kind of playing the market. But I don't know. Phil is a likable guy, but I don't know. I just sort of forget about him. He's on LIV. I mean, because I don't really pay much attention to it. But it is an odd story. The story of this whole board here is this first one, San Diego FC. That was fantastic. I mean, 4-0, in a clincher game that you had to win, and the fans were electric out there, and Anders Dreyer and Pellegrino with 2 goals each. That was fantastic. I mean, it's just nice to see a San Diego team having some success, which is so rare. And now they're going to go to Minnesota. I guess it's going to be knockout, just like the March Madness bracket, right? You got to win to advance.
They play Minnesota here, though. That's huge.
That is huge. Yeah. So good on them, well-deserved. And then, when they interviewed Mikey Varas after the game, they're like, well, Coach, what do you think about Minnesota? And he goes, I'm not thinking about that, man. Today, we're going to celebrate our victory today. And granted, it's coach talk, but it's the right message, to celebrate the win and then turn the page and worry about Minnesota later. But, the coach was out there with the players. They're engaging with the fans, signing autographs after the game, which is a big celebration.
Here's a question. If I look off to the distance out there, what do I see? Now, I'm not talking about the green curtain or the purple curtain. If I look off to the distance, what do I see as we march through the MLS playoffs? Lionel Messi, Inter Miami.
Yeah.
Because they're in the other bracket. And they keep winning. Could you imagine SDFC and Inter Miami, Dreyer and Chucky versus Lionel Messi?
That'd be great.
In a championship game.
That could happen.
Well, things have to happen before that happens.
Well, so I think now they're down to a final 8, right?
Right.
So, you got to go through a few more rounds if that could potentially happen, but that'd be great. I mean, it'd be the greatest thing in San Diego sports, maybe forever.
Okay. So that's all things sports. Feel free to join us, Fans Forum chat box. We've gone long today. I drank too much coffee this morning while he was chugging Red Bull.